A deer at the edge of a dry stream, head lowered, breath quick, waiting for water. That is where Scripture begins tonight. Not with polished words, not with a strong voice, not with a person who has everything sorted out, with thirst. As the deer pants for the water brooks, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? Psalm 42, verses 1 and 2. This is prayer before prayer has learned how to speak. It is deeper than a sentence, deeper than a request, deeper even than explanation. It is the soul leaning toward God because nothing else can keep it alive. And maybe that is where you are. Maybe you came here wanting help with prayer because your words feel thin. Maybe you have tried to say the right things. Maybe you have sat in silence and wondered whether silence still counts. Maybe you have asked for answers, direction, relief, and what came back felt like a long stillness. Stay here for a moment. Do not rush to fix the longing. The psalm does not apologize for thirst. It does not treat desire for God as weakness. It does not say, "Here is a soul that needs to calm down and become more reasonable." No, it gives us an image of need so sharp you can feel it in your own chest. Panting, not casual interest, not religious background noise, need. There are times when prayer is not a well-constructed thought. It is hunger. It is ache. It is the heart stretching toward the one it was made for. That longing is not failure. It may be the truest prayer you have prayed in a long time. We often come to prayer wanting to get somewhere. We want peace. We want clarity. We want the knot to loosen. We want heaven to answer the question we have brought with us. And God does care about what you ask. But beneath the gifts is the giver. Beneath the answers is the living God. Beneath the need for change is the deeper need for Him. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. Not for an idea of God, not for a memory of God, not for a religious mood, for the living God. The soul is not reaching into emptiness. It is not speaking to a wall. It is not throwing words into the dark to comfort itself. The living God is real. He is present. He is not less alive because you feel dry. He is not absent because you cannot trace His hand tonight. He is living still, near still, holy still. And your thirst does not offend Him. He made you for this. He made you to need Him in a way no created thing can satisfy. Not success, not noise, not distraction, not even the good gifts He has placed in your life. They can refresh you for a moment. They cannot become your water brook. Only God can be God. Only God can meet the depth of you. This is why prayer can feel so stripped down. Because sooner or later, real prayer brings you to the edge of what your own strength can manufacture. It removes the performance. It lets the soul tell the truth. I need you. Not just your help. Not just your rescue. You. There is something very pure in that place. Not easy, but pure. Because the soul begins to remember what it is. A created thing made by God, made for God, restless anywhere else. The ache itself becomes a kind of honesty. You stop pretending that a little more control will save you. You stop decorating your emptiness. You bring it into the presence of the Lord. And there, even before the answer comes, something holy is already happening. Desire is turning toward its true home. That is prayer. Not only the speaking of words, but the turning of desire. Not only the asking of the mouth, but the reaching of the heart. Sometimes the most faithful prayer in the room is the one with almost no language left. A sigh, a tear, a whispered "Father," a silence that is not empty, but full of waiting. Romans 8:26 says, "Likewise the Spirit also helps in our weaknesses, for we do not know what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit Himself makes intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered." Even there, especially there, when you do not know how to pray, you are not disqualified from prayer. The Spirit helps you in your weakness, not after you become eloquent, not after you become steady, in your weakness. So if all you have tonight is thirst, bring thirst. If all you have is longing, bring longing. If all you have is the quiet ache that says, "I miss God, I need God, I want the living God," then bring that. Do not wait until it becomes more impressive. Do not wait until it sounds spiritual enough to say aloud. Let desire become prayer. Let thirst become prayer. Let the reaching itself be laid before Him, because the God this psalm speaks of is not teasing the thirsty. He is not hiding water from dying creatures. Jesus said in John 7:37, "If anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink." Come to me. That is the heart of it. Prayer is not first a technique. It is a coming. Not first a method, a coming. Not first a list, a coming. The thirsty soul comes to the living Christ. And even your coming is grace. So breathe now. Let the weak fall quiet for a moment. Let the unfinished things remain unfinished. Let the questions stand without forcing them closed. And beneath all of it, notice what your soul is doing. It is reaching. It is leaning. It is looking for water. Do not be ashamed of that. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Matthew 5, verse 6. The Lord knows how to satisfy what He Himself has awakened. So rest here, not with a performance, not with a polished prayer, just with this honest confession. My soul thirsts for God. Say it slowly. My soul thirsts for God, and let that be enough for this moment, because He hears the thirsty. He welcomes the thirsty. He gives Himself to the thirsty. Be still. The living God is not far from the soul that longs for Him. This is extreme faith. Until next time.